Okay, guys, it states I am live. I don't have any planned information going on about when I was going to do this giveaway. So this is a giveaway. Siesta Cards, who's given me other cards in the past, gave me this Derek Jeter Topps 1993 or 1992 draft picks card from 93 Topps, and it's in really nice condition too. With the mag, you get the mag too as well. And basically, anybody who was entered into the contest by entering the word siesta, so they had to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and at that point, you're done. You'd be entered into this contest. I'm basically going to go back to that, get the comments. I got a random YouTube picker already pulled off to the side here where I've already inserted the link to that video. And then that I have also keyword siesta there. So, and duplicate. So if we're having a conversation in there, it's not going to give you multiple entries. Everybody gets one entry, and you have to have the word siesta written in basically one of your paragraphs or comments, basically. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to give this away, and I'll try and reach out to you. If you not reach out to me on Instagram, you can find me at MJH Productions. It's a really easy way to do it, or type in Michael Ham, but it's usually under MJH Productions, still a picture of me smiling like that. And you can send me a message there if you're the winner. I'll also comment back on your comment. Congratulations, you've won the prize. Link with me here, and that way we can get together and I'll ship you that card. All right. Again, no scheduled live or anything like that. I don't have anybody watching right now live. But I'm going to go ahead and do this, and you'll be able to watch this. So let's see where we're at here. Again, all right, YouTube there. Comment siesta. All right, let's see here. So we got, let's see. I'm going to go down here to pick this winner. Number of names is 1. Start raffle. Add content info and results. Okay, I don't really need to do that. All right, hey Joel, how you doing, buddy? I'm getting ready to just hit this button right here, and then we're going to scroll down and see who wins. Good luck to you. See if you can pull off another one. There's only 12 people, I believe, that made comments with Siesta, so it's a 1 in 12 chance. So it's a pretty good shot there. All right, let's go down here. Pick, and winner is Jeremy Black. Siesta Key is beautiful. That's funny. So the winner is Jeremy Black. That's the easiest way to do that right there. Um, so that's really cool. Boom. I did a previous one earlier, if you saw that down there, but I was just testing to make sure it would go through. Yeah, I mean, Joel, any of these smaller channels like mine or even smaller that do giveaways, I know people key on those. They'll like, subscribe, leave a comment, try and get in to win something, and then just move along. They just basically enter contests all day, every day. Which isn't a bad thing, especially if you can get some people that actually give away really nice stuff. I'd like to give away nicer stuff, but I have to kind of build up to that, or just feel extremely generous all of a sudden. Yep. Congrats to Jeremy. Joel, what have you been up to? Are you going to the National? Are you been buying anything recently? Yeah. I'm not. I'm. If I go, I'm gonna probably buy my ticket tonight. I've talked to all the other guys. I was hoping to win Steve's giveaway. I didn't. Charles won that. I know I'd been in contact with Steve asking when he was going to be going out there since he started his new time slot for his job where he's working overnight. So he may actually get there a day earlier. And I might, if I go, I have no hotel. So I'm literally getting dropped off by a plane, taking an Uber somewhere, and going to just be bunking with whoever will have me for a night on the floor or couch. Um, it is a casino place, so it doesn't really stop. So I guess I could sleep anywhere I want at that point. Joe, what do you usually buy? Are you like modern, vintage? Do you key on specific players, teams? What's your go after for the most part when you go into a show? I mean, I know when I walk in, again, my biggest thing is go find either somebody you've bought from before that's giving you really good deals, has really good bargain boxes, or somebody I've never seen or do not recognize. Those are my keys for when I walk into a show, especially here where we have shows all the time, that it's very easy to see the same guys over and over and over. And especially with me when I'm videotaping cases, um, I remember a lot of these cards very consistently. I think that's why it's kind of weird when someone says, "Oh, you got," or I tell somebody, "Oh, you got some new stuff." Kind of look at me weird. I'm like, because I'm used to seeing this at least once a month. So, it's new now because stuff's changed over, or you just brought new stuff out. I don't really know. One of the things I tell people from a standpoint on my end is don't continually put the same cards in the same spot in the case. Move stuff around, make it look different. Otherwise, a lot of times I glance over and I pretty much see the same thing. It's almost like you see something. It's almost like you're watching the whole thing in peripheral vision, and I see the same cards and I don't really look really hard. So I might miss a new card that maybe I'd be interested in, or at least willing to make an offer, or may really want to buy. Um, yeah, I like rookie cards too, Joel. You can't really go wrong with a rookie. Vintage, I feel a little handcuffed with vintage to the point that I feel like I don't know enough about condition to truly get an idea of raw. Um, and for a standpoint of most cards anyway, I mean, I have cards I just like because I like. But at the end of the day, all this stuff, it's a hobby, but it's also an investment. And I want that investment to go up. But I've always thought that from day one. It's never been just about a picture on a card, but I really like photography, especially for sports photography. That was one thing I wanted to do at one point, is be a sports photographer and or wildlife. I just like action shots and motion and capturing something that people don't usually get to really look at and see. Hey, what's going on, Ziggy? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we always want good deals, Joel. And the idea, the eye of the beholder is what it comes down to. Um, you know, there's always some long shots, which you can play a long shot, I think, easier in baseball and basketball, and then would be hockey. But football is very hard because you rarely get the guy that comes literally out of the grocery store like a Kurt Warner out of nowhere and become something, or a guy that maybe moves around a few teams before he lands somewhere, and then for some reason just becomes that great starter. Like he had that drive, determination, and finally got it together and turned it on. And you just don't see that very much in football. You pretty much get what you get and you move on. Um, and that's just how it is. And that's why football has even become a lot harder to prospect in. Um, Time people play, injuries, drive. You got to understand these people got so much money now that at some point they got to be like, I don't need this anymore, or I'm not going to play that hard. And that's no offense, or I don't want to be picking on one versus the other. I feel like basketball can have that effect the quickest because it's so flashy off the court. Um, Football is flashy after that. Then I would probably say baseball, and hockey. You wouldn't tell a hockey player from a regular person walking down the street. Um, and I think that impacts a person's overall goal with what they're doing as a career, which then impacts cards overall for us. Because if we want a Hall of Fame career, championships, and somebody who's lighting it up all the time. Yeah, 20 Pokemon cards. Oh, was it a bulk order PSA? I still have never graded a card. I have an issue. I mean, I understand PSA resells the most, so that's the most likely reason you would always want to grade a card, is because return value on it is the highest with PSA. Now, PSA to me doesn't offer anything that the other graders don't offer, with the exception of higher resale. But cash is king, money's king. It's what everybody's looking for. So that's everybody's target is PSA. But PSA is not the best grading service, and I don't like the idea of them holding my card hostage. If it grades really well, I have 2 Joe Montana rookies that I want to get graded. Do I think they're going to 10? No, I think one does have a possibility of 10ing. It really does. I think it really does. And if that 10s, I now have to pay a couple grand out of pocket to get my card back. They're in the their job, their business is grading cards, not evaluating value and then charging me more because now my card is better. They grade a card 1 through 10. It shouldn't be 1 through 10 at this price unless it grades a 10 because now it's worth more. So to be fair, since we graded it and our brand creates that value, you now have to pay more to get it back. That's just like saying I put tires on your car. This is a newer set of tires than the other new set of tires that just came from the factory. Got to get a little extra money for that. It's just not how it should work. It's probably a bad analogy, but it's an analogy nonetheless. I like Young Guns. I don't know why Young Guns are so valuable. Like a McDavid Young Guns for the $1,000 it is versus an SPX autograph game used jersey rookie auto on card that sells for just a couple grand more than that one. I don't see why a base Upper Deck Young Guns card should hold that type of value. It's not like it's rare, just like the Topps Trout update card, not rare at all. But people pay it, so that creates values. So that doesn't bother me. If the market's going to determine that value, then that's fine. But I'd rather go buy something else. The McDavid, for instance, SPX, he has the Stick Wizards that has a really cool picture of Popeye in the background on one of the boards, and while he's skating around. I think that card visually is fantastic, and it's a rookie card. It's a rookie insert for that matter. So that's very interesting from that standpoint. Elbow bump Perez. Nice. Yeah, Joel, the problem with they keep saying the upcharge is due to the cost of shipping for insurance. And I worked in shipping for about 18 years, and my UPS drivers used to drive gold bullion around, Rolex watches and things like that. And some of the stuff I would send out sometimes was very highly valued, and what they charge to do that is ridiculous. They're basically charging you a fee to cover their ass at the end of the day. It's like an insurance company. You pay for insurance forever, and you may pay more than the one accident you ever get into or two or whatever it may be. But they're making all that extra money, and that's the same thing PSA is doing. They're just raking somebody over the coals because they're assuming everybody is grading to flip instead of grading to hold. Like I said, my two Joe Montanas, if I get them graded, I'm probably going to keep the higher graded one, and I'm going to sell the other one because I don't need to. I'm still the old factor where I don't need 10 of one rookie card. Now that investment is more of a prospecting goal for people, whether it's short term, long term. That's when I need 12 Zions, I need 12 Trouts, because they want to keep some to the side and they want to move some. So it's kind of like, what do you want? Yeah, you got to buy what you like, but money has entered this hobby at such a high level, and there's such a level of risk reward, especially for pack ripping, which I love opening packs. I love the thrill of the hunt. I love chasing it. I don't even care if the pack is mine. I enjoy opening packs. When I was a kid, we used to go to the one of the card shops here, and in order to get the new singles out in the shelf, basically, they had to open packs back then. So we would sit there as kids because we were just hanging out anyway for hours doing nothing. They'd be like, hey, just open all these up. When you get card X, Y, and Z, put it aside, we'll sleeve it up, and we'll put it in the case. So we would literally just sit there and open up a case of, something stupid back then, but get to do that the whole time. Even though we never kept a card, it was one of the most exciting things I got to do. It just open. And some people have asked, like, why don't you do breaking? And it's like, well, I'd love to open this stuff. I don't want to ship it all. I have an eBay store and stuff like that, and I don't really do cards much. I do other things, but I don't like shipping, the packaging. It's annoying. It really is. Like, you have to have a drive for that, and that drive sometimes can get derailed very quickly, because it's one of those things that you could have 100 great sales, one bad sale put the bad taste in your mouth, and then you just don't want to have to deal with it anymore. Yeah, and what's funny with PSA is if it's pretty much not outside of vintage, if it's not a 9 or better, you just want to break it out, you crack it. I think the raw value needs to change to start to create a value for a lower graded card. And when I go to these shows, I see all these graded cards. and I don't even want to buy them. And the lower grade, they still have a higher than raw value, and you just feel safer with a raw card than you do a card that you already know has been determined to not be that great. And I think that's what hurts a lot of these newer cards being graded is stuff like that. Now you do get your ability to do the sauce T method or whatever, break and regrade. And there's still a fair amount of that going on out there, but it's usually higher in cards now. Um, I'm under the impression that, what I want out of a slab and a grading card company is a mix of a bunch of different things that everybody offers. Um, what I'm curious about is the new company Tag, which my biggest concern with them, and I don't know if you know who Tag is. I love the way the slab looks. It's extremely appealing. It looks very thick and heavy, like a BGS slab. It's very clean and it's laser etched with all the name and logo information, a QR code. And I believe the card is also somehow infrared or blue light scanned. So if you try to send it back into grade, they'll know it's that exact same card. And it's unable to see by the naked eye, I guess, or some other scope or whatever. But even with them starting that company and the amount of money they put into that and the way that they're building out the grading scale, which is very interesting because it truly allows you to have or possibly have the best version of a card possible, because all PSA 10s are not equal. Most pristine black labels for Beckett are very similar. I mean, the amount of difference is almost unobtainably visual at any given point by the naked eye especially. Corners, edges, probably not so much. Surface, once it's in a slab, it's almost impossible to really get a good grade or view of a surface once it's been graded. And that's usually, I think, the biggest downfall of most people cracking stuff, not corners and edges, but surface. But it's not something I've done yet. If anything, I just want to crack some slabs just to see how clean I can crack one for fun. But that would be about it, really. My thing with also going to the national is if I go, I'm not going to buy cards. Maybe try to trade something, but I'm going to have the experience. I like going to all the vendors, like getting the free shirts, like entering the daily giveaways and the prizes and the free packs they give you. Whatever eBay may be doing that you kind of chase a set of cards to create a chase card like they did last year with the Jordan card and DJ Ski. That's fun. I enjoy all that. Seeing all the YouTube guys there, seeing a couple of the athletes walking around and or doing different things. Some of the shows and stuff that these companies put on in the evening are also fun. You have trade nights. Now, this being in Atlantic City, which is a very heavily gambling oriented area, the show's in, you're gonna probably have people definitely gambling and drinking all night, and then trying to wake up and open up at the show, and they're probably not going to be in good shape. I wonder if it's going to create desperation to sell for some of these guys on day 2 or 3, knowing that maybe they lost some money at the casino. It's just an interesting thought. But if I go, I got to fly in Wednesday night late. Probably won't get to one of the hotels or wherever I might be staying until 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I'd have a relaxing Thursday all the way up until about 4 hours or so before the show opens. I would see about going and helping Tampa Card Shop out, getting set up, and kind of work my way in that way. And then, the show open up, and, in that point, it's 100% go. I want to go. It's going to be no sleep and 4 really long days, basically, is what it'll feel like. 4 long but short days. But I do think it'll be a ton of fun. I really do. But that's what I got going on right now. Anybody else? I see there's 4 people total watching. Anybody else doing or going to the national that's watching? Or are y'all collecting or looking at buying anything recently or pulled anything good? Joel, do you only grade with PSA? Like, have you ever tried any of the other companies, or do you have a pro or con against somebody? Always wondered if you went up to his list of live viewers, if it shows all 5 live. Doesn't seem like it shows me who they are. Ziggy, you still lurking out there? All right, let's see. I know Steve was talking about them possibly doing a live stream tonight on one of their channels, either Steve Neo's or Dustin's, discussing them going to the National leading up to it. I didn't see anything scheduled, so I don't know if that ever got around to happening or if they're just going to pop one up and go live. I know a lot of people that watch my channel watch those channels as well. So I'm going to be watching out in case that pops up too. But let's see what time it's at 8:41. I'll put my kid to bed here shortly. May pop back on again a little bit later once everything slows down for me here. I wanted to give this away. Again, congratulations, Jeremy Black, I believe, on winning the Derek Jeter by Siesta Cards. Boom. He will receive this card. And I'll reach out to him and see if I can connect with him to get that going, though. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Take care. Again, I may pop on again tonight. And I want to do a fishing discussion video coming up. We just had ICAST, which is the largest fishing show in the world, actually, here in Orlando. And the coverage on that, I felt, has been straight garbage. Very disappointing. Yeah, Randy, I just don't know about going to. I went to Chicago last year, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, even though we were away from the city, and I didn't really get to experience that because the first time I'd ever been up there. Um, Again, I'm not really going other than to hang out with all the guys. I've also thought about maybe going to a Dallas show and meeting up with some of them there, maybe one of the Raleigh shows. And there was a big show in Vegas. I mean, if I'm going to go to a place that has casinos, why not go to Vegas, right? There's a big show in Vegas in October. I know I'm going to Culture Collision in Atlanta again next January, as long as I don't have anything scheduled there. I know I'm going on a cruise at the beginning of the year. I just don't know if it's going to overlap that or not. I don't think it does. Um, but yeah, it's just more of, I do like going to the event and treating it like a convention more than I do a card show. I go there thinking really that it's a convention, not a card show to me. Yeah, there are cards everywhere. I might buy something, I might not. Don't really care about that part. If some of the guys are looking for a card, I love to help out. Go searching tables because it gets overwhelming looking at every single table, all those cards, and you gotta make sure you ask. If you're looking for something that may not be out, you gotta ask. Otherwise, you don't know if they have it or not. And not being afraid to ask, I think, is a lot of people's downfall for anything in life. Whether you're asking for a different price on something, or if somebody has something, or if they know if somebody has something. That there's also an angle that you can go with there as well. But yeah, if I don't go this year, I want to go next year, Randy, 100%. Thanks, Randy. I appreciate it. I want to keep doing some more stuff too. Oh, cool. Yep. Runs the wax museum. I don't. My thing lately with the cards is everybody's talking about the same stuff, and I mean, I have my opinions on things, but they're not too different than anybody else's. I still think Panini is going to sell to Fanatics once Select's out and gone. I think they've done a piss poor job of screwing their product up even better. And you know what they did with Prism, taking the numbered cards out and pretty much not allowing you to have any form of an autograph at retail unless you're the Target or Fanatics, and those aren't even guaranteed per box. Taking that away just tells you they spread the other product um, out a bit more in order to use those sticker autographs. And then why is Prism a sticker autograph? And then you see some optic on card. I believe some. I thought I saw Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Optic on card. So like, how do they get some on card and then they just say, "I don't worry about the rest"? I mean, if you have it, you have it, right? All right, Joel, take care. The other thing I noticed too with like Panini's really big products like the Flawless and National Treasures, I think they're out of Tom Brady autographs. Like they don't have any more Tom Brady stickers. And last I believe I checked, Tom Brady is under an exclusive deal now with Fanatics, unless he signs on his own. But I don't think he can sign for. Well, he can for Topps now because Fanatics owns Topps. So, whew, that'd be fucking fire. Sorry for the language. Um, but they don't have Brady in any of their product anymore. I think the last thing was at the very beginning of the year when like Score or something stupid like that or Prestige came out. They had like autos. They were either one of two, one of three, one of four, or one of five type deal, and that was it. I think that was the last product that they had Brady in as an autograph. And National Treasure, I watch these people getting these breaks, hoping for a Tom Brady numbered card, but you can't even hit an auto. And if you've noticed, they don't even have patches of him right now at all. There's no jersey card of Tom Brady. And really go look. Everything's been color oriented. It's colored or parallel. No autographs, no jerseys, Zippo. And he's technically the greatest football player all time, let alone just quarterback. From a winning standpoint. I'm not saying physically. He's not. He doesn't have the physical tools, but that's what makes him so great. He's not the specimen you would see some guys appear to be. He's doing it with pure will and confidence, and that's a special power and ability that these other people can't work out in the gym and get. There's something that has to click in the brain in order for it to go off for you to become that person. And that's like some of these people that have this drive. They're addicted to drive. They're addicted to success, and failure hurts them way more than it does somebody else. Yeah, no, Joe. I mean, and every time I've gone to a show with either the card shop guys down here, like Tampa Card Shop, Bryant and Anna, or any of the guys I see at the shows, because they all go to these things too. They're set up at every show. They're going to be set up at the national. A lot of them are going to the national if they're not set up. All the YouTube guys, everybody's fun to hang out with. If you don't like somebody, you would have already not liked them by now. Um, that's for sure. And we don't all agree on everything, but you know what? We respect each person's opinion, what they like, what they don't like, and we allow everybody to talk. And I think that's what's important and which makes us like each other, I guess, or at least enjoy each other for a limited amount of time. But all right, I'm gonna get ready to go put my kid down. Like I said, I may come back on later tonight. Wanted to get this giveaway out because it was long overdue, in my opinion. I don't like a giveaway to wait more than 5 days to give one away unless it's a sponsored thing where they're trying to create more clicks, views. Everybody does stuff different. There's nothing wrong with that. And you have to be appreciative when you have somebody that's willing to sponsor you. Matt gives me this card to give away. He doesn't have to. He doesn't even ask for me to give out his name. It's just he's just like, here, just give the player in a channel. I just want to give back to him though. He does have an eBay page. Let's see if I pop this up, if it shows back up again. I don't think it'll show up here, but it's because it's in a different. Let's do this. Boom. Let's see if I pull this tab up, if it will show me. And the other thing is supposed to do tab over share. There we go. Boom. There it is. Boom. All right. So right here is his eBay name, M Gerber, 1973 on eBay. If you're ever curious, got great feedback and stuff. Again, he has a lot of the wrestling stuff. I want to get one of these Hogan Nintendos that he has. He has an in with Hogan, so he gets a lot of stuff autographed by Hogan, and they're all authentic, and they all come with Hogan's authenticity from him and his shop here in Clearwater. So this is fire right here. This is just so much nostalgia going on at one time. It's not even funny. I'll probably end up with one of those at some point and have that thing framed, put on my wall. But again, M Gerber, Siesta Cards. he moves in and out of a lot of stuff, and I've always said you move stuff, that means you're getting a little bit of money out of it and you're moving on. But all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pop off here. I appreciate all y'all that stopped in and hope to see y'all again soon. See you.